Hey, how we doing, guys? Great here, and today we've got our week 5 battle of the PBA. We're going up against Jay and his Atlanta Victinis. Really great guy, fantastic player as well. Make sure you go check him out. His link will be down in the description below, as well as all the other coaches for the PBA this season. And if you're enjoying the content, please leave a like and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. And let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so he brings roughly what I was expecting. The Masquerade I weirdly did kind of expect to come to this game, but you know, it's Masquerade, it's always a 50-50, I guess. He brings Gholdengo, the Quaquaval, which could be his Terra Captain. I think it's only Terra Captain on this team that he's bought. He's got the Electros, he's got the Roaring Moon, Grimmsnarl, and Masquerade. So my lead always is going to be the Chienpao. I really wish that Chienpao got Icicle Spear, but apparently it doesn't. Something I did not know until prior to this game when I was learning. But yeah, as our designated lead, if he goes out into the Quaquaval, he could potentially Terra. He could also be bulk up, as like in terms of setup threats on his team, you've got to assume with Grimmsnarl there's a chance that that could be set up. It could also be screens to help the Roaring Moon to the Gholdengo, or the Quaquaval to set up. Even the Electros could be Coil, the Masquerade could be Quiver Dance. He's got set up on everything. So we've got to be careful about that. Espathra looks really good with no Armourouge. Realistically, we just have to weaken Gholdengo, I think. But even then, if that's a special attack and we get Carmines up, we're in a pretty good spot. We'll go ahead and get into this. So he's going to lead off with Electros. Okay, not necessarily what I was expecting to lead, but at the same time, potentially it being too obvious. I guess this could be Rocky Helmet. How much does this want to take a hit, though? It doesn't really want to take a hit at all. I'm quite happy just clicking Icicle Crash, because we could potentially get a flinch as well. Is it physically defensive? It does not look to be physically defensive, and it just clicks U-turn. Okay, so Electros is already weakened, just immediately. Just want to have a quick look at U-turn damage whilst we're waiting for him to pick. I think that put me down to 81 if I'm correct, so it does look like it is probably uninvested attack, but not special attacker, unless he's minus speed. Now Quaquaval could come in here. That would probably be worst case scenario, because he could Terrastalize and click bulk up, and you know, when that thing starts going, it starts going. But no, it's going to be Gholdengo. There's part of me that wants to just stay in and click Crunch, or I could Sucker Punch. Realistically, losing Chienpao isn't too bad for me, is it? Losing Chienpao isn't terrible, because yeah, I would rather probably just get the damage off on this. If it's like Scarfed or something, I can just Sucker Punch and kill this. So I'm just going to go for it. If he Nasty Plots, he Nasty Plots. He actually withdraws. That makes sense. Scouting whether or not I am locked in, he goes out into Grimmsnarl. All of that does make a lot of sense. Now he knows that I'm not choice locked, but he would have known I wasn't banded from that initial turn. And I kind of just want to crash. I want to get damage off on this. So he does reflect. That's to be expected. How much is this going to do? That's respectable damage. Very respectable damage. That could be just max HP. It does look like maybe it has a bit of physical defense. I just want to crash again. If he chooses to attack, we could miss. And he could also, yeah, Spirit Break. That's unfortunate, because if we'd connected, we would weaken this thing substantially, but it is what it is. However, I think I can probably just bring in Slither here. He hasn't got rocks. Has he got rocks on his team at all? I don't think he does. Yeah, he didn't bring a rocker, so actually this is incredibly free. Do I just want to click Swords Dance? I'll just click Swords Dance. There's no Armourouge either, so he's going to Parting Shot, so we're going to have like a net +1, but the Reflector's still going to be up. Yeah, Gholdengo comes in. Be interested to see how much Thunderbolt does to me, because I am pretty specially defensive. a 50-50 as to whether or not it will 2-hit KO me. Do I want to just click U-turn? What do I go into if I U-turn? I don't have the greatest switches into this actually. So I think I'd rather just click Night Slash, see whether or not he's scarfed. Okay, he is scarfed. That does put me under half. Again, that was a 50-50. And we don't get a crit, which is a little unfortunate, but we know it's a scarf now. So I can just go into Vaporeon. Since we know he doesn't have any rock setters. I guess this could have just been timid. But I don't think that was the case. That's going to do 0. And I'm pretty happy just to click Calm Mind. He doesn't have amazing switch into this. Yeah, he's going to withdraw. I'm going to assume that thing is scarfed. And in comes Quaquaval. That's actually just fine by me. Because I can Terra Fairy. And Terra Blast at +1, it will just knock it out. If he's Terra Electric with Terra Blast. It does a decent amount of damage. I'm very happy just to do this though. Yeah, I think this is absolutely fine. We could Terra Espathra later, but I don't think we need to because he didn't bring the Armarouge. By Armarouge I mean not Armarouge. Yeah, so he's going to Terra. If he is Choice Band, I mean, it's Adamant. It doesn't 2-hit KO me. He is Terra Electric. But Terra Blast should still do a lot to him. I guess it depends on whether or not he's specially defensive, but we'll see. Close combat, that's going to do very little. Okay, no, it's not going to do very little. What in the world was that? Is that a crit? That had to have been a crit, right? No? Hello? I mean, we just one-shot him. What was that turn? Because according to my calcs, we never OHKO it with Terra Blast. Was that Terra fighting and I just missaw it? I'm going to assume that's what the case was, but I don't know. None of that made any sense. If he was Choice Band? And Terra fighting? Because that did a shit ton of damage. I'm going to assume that was the case, but getting rid of Quaquaval is kind of nice. Gholdengo is going to come in. It's going to obviously click Make It Rain. That's to be expected. I will just protect. And if I'm at +1 special defense, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take this hit. Yeah, so we're going to be at 53 if he still just knocks us out. So I could go into you. Do I need to keep Vaporeon for anything? Or has Vaporeon somewhat done its job here? Because like he could double out expecting me to go into Iron Moth. But then he doesn't switch into Iron Moth well. So I think I'm pretty happy just to go into Iron Moth. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yeah, he didn't switch, so this is probably best case scenario. It does mean we're going to lose our air balloon, but I think we should be relatively okay. If we get rid of the Electros and the Masquerain, actually there's a couple of things we need to get rid of here. I just want a Fire Blast, honestly there's no switch into it. Probably Electros Sack, if I had to assume. Yeah. So that's one of the Great Tusk switch-ins gone. And yeah, in comes Roaring Moon. Obviously, as this thing's got Earthquake, it's going to cause me some problems. As much as this looks really good here, I can't afford to let him get a free Dragon Dance. I think he just wins if I do that. I also don't think that he's going to want to take a Dazzling Gleam, but... what are my alternatives? Honestly, not very good. I need to force this thing out immediately, basically. I'm just going to click Dazzling Gleam, I think. Or is Slither more expendable? Hold up. You know, Slither actually looks pretty good for the rest of the game, so I'll Dazzling Gleam. Hopefully he tries to Dragon Dance. Yeah, okay, cool. We desperately needed this damage, and hopefully he's not weakness policy and lives. We are modest, but we're not max special attack. Okay, it dies. Amazing. That was the biggest threat to our team. By far. Outside the Masquerain, of course. Masquerain is an absolute demon. Absolute menace. And yeah, Masquerain very easily can just come back and reverse sweep me. In comes Gholdengo. You could have Power Gem. I don't think you click Make It Rain. Maybe you click Shadow Ball here. I still believe that you are the most expendable mon on my team, so I'll just click Fire Blast. Psyshock. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We aren't going to live that, obviously. But Psyshock does give me a Spathra, and it does give me a Calm Mind. It goes into Grimmsnarl. Was I Terra Blast or was I... Was that... I could have sworn I was Dazzling Gleam on this set, but I think I actually might be Terra Blast. No, I am Dazzling Gleam. Okay, cool. I just quickly checked my calc. For a moment there, I panicked, thinking that I had got the wrong ability on this, but... can I go for a second Calm Mind? I don't think I want to get greedy here. I'm just going to Gleam. That does absolutely no damage. I can protect. Yeah, I'll protect once. On what I'm going to assume is going to be a passing shot. But this also wastes a turn. Spirit Break? Okay. I mean, that's fine. As long as I'm getting speed boosts and wasting his turns here, then I'm pretty happy. I would just Calm Mind again if he happens to have... I know Sucker Punch as his last move, then that would suck, but he isn't going for the parting shot right now. Yeah, he's just going to Spirit Break. This shouldn't do a lot. Yeah. Taking that pretty comfortably. Though we are getting our special attack dropped. We're wasting his turns, and also we are gaining a lot of speed. Let me just check how many boosts I got, because I've lost track. I am a +1, +2, +4. So, as long as the light screen goes away, I think we're fine. I will Calm Mind again. As he's going to Spirit Break again. Okay, there was part of me that felt like he was going to switch. So, okay, now we're at +1, +3, +5. And I do just want to protect on this turn. If he goes Gholdengo on this turn, that's just a good play. But yeah, I want to waste as many of these turns as I possibly can. I'll also check, I think, on this turn to make sure that his screens go down. Because I want to be making sure that his screens go down at the same time I am able to click a move. Do I want a Dazzling Gleam here? I could definitely Gleam. Yeah. So that would then mean that there's two turns of screens left. We're losing all of our special attacks, so in the end Gholdengo is going to be able to come back in. But it does force him to click Shadow Ball, which is just kind of fine against me. How many turns have you got? 2. So yeah, I Gleam here. As he does Parting Shot. That's a bit unfortunate. I may or may not have forgotten Grimmsnarl was still alive when I started setting up with the Spaffra. I'll be completely honest. That Gleam does all of 1. And now we just Protect. We Protect for what is going to end up being such negligible damage. I see, actually going to withdraw again. Okay. Back out into Grimmsnarl, I guess, to set up the screen again. But if he screens, then I can Calm Mind and at least get myself back up to neutral, I guess. I also think that maybe it's a little bit too predictable to go for it on this turn. Like, he can't set up a Reflect again. What's he got left? Masquerade, that will die to Slither. I think he just sets Light Scream up here, but I also couldn't risk him clicking Spirit Break. Like, eventually we're going to get ourselves back into a position where we can tank a Shadow Ball. What are we at the moment? We're at 70. One more Protect probably isn't going to be enough. But we click it anyway. If I get to +4 here, and I believe now we will be able to. Oh yeah, 81. I think we should be able to take a Shadow Ball from here. So I will Calm Mind. And then this Stored Power will do something rather than nothing. That's a little annoying. Right then, how many turns of Light Screen have I got to see out now? Way too many. Way too many. So I'll just Stall Power. I'm at like my maximum potential damage, which is nothing. But that's fine. Pretty sure I have to go into Tusk here. I may have thrown this endgame considerably by forgetting that Grimmsnarl was still alive. I think he's probably going to think this has seen out its use, I would assume. If he goes Masquerade and sets up once, I lose though. So I will double Vaporeon. Because Shadow Ball won't do too much to me and it covers the Masquerade. Yeah. No, my attack. Devastating. And do I just Surf against this thing? Man, if he sets up, it still kinda sucks for me. If he gets +1. That would kinda suck. I'm gonna click Surf though. Stun Spore. So I'm assuming this is not Quiver at all. And if that's the case, then that's like literally best case scenario. It's okay, I didn't want that damage anyway. He does still have the Light Screen up, so I guess he could still be Quiver on top of that. But he's just going to go Gholdengo. It's okay, we're just giving him a chance. Being a good sport and all that. Because I haven't been able to hit a move for the last couple of turns, I think I do have to go back out into Great Tusk here. Actually, Great Tusk kind of wins. But then Slither could as well. Yeah, I think I gotta go Tusk. So he's gonna lock himself into Make It Rain. I wish I knew how many he had left. I mean, yeah, light screen wears off now, so we're actually in a really good spot. I will just headlong rush. Ah, he does switch. You hate to see it. Wishing I had knock off at that point, but it is what it is. And then I think, yeah, I'll just go Slither. He's likely going for the flying move, but at least this gives me Vaporeon again. He could double Gholdengo, expecting me to switch. Because he knows I'm Scarfed. I outsped it, or I switched out before him. And his Gholdengo is Scarfed. But he's going to Bug Buzz. That was actually like best case scenario for me. Because Aerial Ace will do some damage. I could also just click Night Slash. It might not even matter, he might outspeed me, to be honest. I am not very quick. I think he wants to potentially preserve this, because if he loses this, then he loses. But Night Slash will do some damage to this regardless, whilst Aerial Ace will just allow Gholdengo a free turn. He's going to stay in. Bruh. That is super unfortunate, but he is then going to miss. So that always helps. I'm going to Night Slash again. I feel like he goes Gholdengo this time. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But if he does, then I think we probably just win this game. We have both been very unlucky in this game, I will say that much. In terms of misses and paras and all that sort of stuff, we have both been unlucky. Come on, Jay, you know want to switch. Ah, you hate to see it. As he hydro pumps and misses again. Okay. That is incredibly unlucky. I don't do it a third time, right? I guess I haven't shown Aerial Ace, so I probably shouldn't just keep clicking Night Slash and should click Aerial Ace. But he's got to switch one of these times, right? Eventually it's got to happen. I probably even live. Do I live a Hydro from this? Probably. I don't know. We're about to find out. Yes I do. This time I'm clicking Aerial Ace. Fuck it, I'm done, I'm bored. I've tried to predict every single fucking time and got it wrong. And I swear to God, if he switches out this time, I'm done with this man shit. Okay. So, Masquerain goes down and now Great Tusk can win the game. That's, what a few turns they were. You're going to kill me. Unless you want to trick me for some reason. Trick me into that Aerial Ace when I'm on 12 HP. Yeah, he's got to go Make It Rain. Now, I believe the Vaporeon could get the kill. However, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go Great Tusk. I'm going to click Headlong Rush. And not try and risk paras for no reason. Now, if he miraculously outspeeds me now... which he doesn't, fortunately, and we are able to pick up a 2-0 win over Jay. That one specific turn when Roaring Moon clicked Dragon Dance, that was pretty much what changed the game, and then I kind of fucked up and fumbled a little bit with the Espafra. We don't want to talk about that. That was certainly not my brightest moment. But yeah, good game to Jay. My record now is 5-0 plus 14. In PBA, so we are now locked for playoffs. There's nothing that can be done about it. I think one more win and we lock top seed as well. So yeah, that's pretty pog. And if you did enjoy the battle, please do leave a like and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. And until the next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.